Hello folks, well, I think Gareth had tagged Spencer, who's one of my subscribers, with sort of one of these video things. It's a bit like them email things where you send somebody an email and they have to send it to 5 other people and stuff like that. And this one was about saying 5 things about yourself, see. So I thought, oh, oh dear, 5 things about Dave. Whoa. Oh dear, what do we say there then? Oh, crikey. It wasn't so much as trying to think of 5 things, it's like which 5 things. But anyway, so here we go. Well, oh, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, well, I'll start off with a bit of a negative one, really. I don't like people that don't practice what they preach. In other words, or start off with a positive one. I could do, can I? I like people that practice what they preach. So that's sort of, I suppose that's something. Don't have a television. That's number 2. There we are. After a good woman. I definitely need one of them. That's what else? I write novels. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I'm not quite up in the Potty Harry type sales figures yet, but there we go. Yep, all sorts of intrigue and misunderstandings in interpretations and all that sort of stuff. I quite like that sort of thing. Bit of adventure stuff. Sort of. So that's that. Like raw food. That's number 5. That is. Which I think it was funny because I was talking to a lady about some chickens, and she said, yeah, if we try to give the chickens some dead worms, they wouldn't eat them. They'd only eat the live worms. I thought they're sensible, them chickens, aren't they? If it's still wriggling, they know it's fresh, don't they? So it's not I recommend eating live worms. when I mean raw stuff, I mean just sort of like your raw vegetables, that sort of stuff. I think them Japanese folks, they do the raw fish, don't they? And people might say, well, why is that, Dave? What's this about this raw food stuff then? And see, when it's raw, it's still got all the vitamins and the enzymes and stuff all in their proper functional state, innit? Whereas when you cook it, you denature a lot of it. Now a lot of people say, oh yeah, but if you cook it, you get more access to more nutrients, don't you? Which technically speaking, if you're bean counting, excuse the pun there, your nutrients, then yeah, probably in a laboratory situation where you're sort of measuring, right, okay, we cooked that, right, how much did we get out of that? We didn't cook that, how much did we get out of that? Then yeah, technically, but on the other hand, when you eat it raw, if it's got all its enzymes, what is there to do all the digestibles, then them enzymes can assist you when you're doing your digestibles as well. So you ain't got to find extra digestibles. Well, you might have to find a few, but you're adding to your pile rather than going, oh crikey, what do we do with this? Hey, Tommy, we need a few more enzymes down here. so yeah, so it's just sort of, it's, I don't know, it's just, I know I read a book quite a while back now, and this bloke had been really ill, and eventually, cut a long story short, he ended up on a 80% raw food diet, and he wrote a book about it. And I thought, when I first read that, I thought, 80% raw? How'd you manage that then? Now, it's like, I see somebody cooking something, I go, oh, what are you doing to that food? That's good food and you're cooking it. Oh no. It's like, no, don't do it. I've pretty much near enough, little tiny bit of sort of lightly cooked stuff in the winter. But even in the winter, it's mostly raw food I eat. In the summer, it's about 100% raw food. And you think, well, how can people eat cooked food? And it's funny, really, because it wasn't that long ago I was cooking food. But now it's like, huh? And of course you get less waste as well, because if you ain't got to cook it and you only eat it when you want some because you're hungry, when you're cooking stuff, very often you'll either cook too much or not enough, won't you? And if you cook not enough, then you end up nibbling stuff, and very often it's stuff that is sort of, as you say, might expand your waistline rather than sort of be what I call nutritionally good value stuff. Or if you cook too much, then you think, oh, I can't eat it all, and you end up wasting some. Whereas if it's raw food, it's like a permanent fast food. It's snacks all the time. You think, oh, want something? You just go and have a nibble. It's so fast, it's like amazing. And no waste, and I notice I tend to eat less because you just don't feel hungry. But sometimes you could eat loads of stuff, especially some of the cooked food, and not that long after you're thinking, cool, I feel like hungry again. You eat raw food, you don't. I don't know what. Maybe it's because it's in its natural state is what I don't know. And also I don't know, maybe because like organic foods reputedly got more nutrients in it. There's some people that argue, say, oh well, blah blah blah, whatever. But certainly some organic stuff, you taste that, and then you taste the non-organic, and you're like, ooh, stick to the organic, thank you very much. But yeah, so that's just interesting, sort of. I don't know. Anyway, let's do 5 things. Could mention a 6 or natter away and send people to sleep. But anyway, soporific effect. Anyway, cheers for now.